वैराग्य विद्या निज भक्ति योगा शिक्षार्थमेक पुरुष पुराना श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य शरीर धारी कृपाम्बुदीर्य तमहं प्रपद्ये मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदीनतारिणम् वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितनां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Warm welcome everyone in the study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So we'll continue our study. Today we'll see chapter 18, text 74 onwards. And in this journey, in this study of Srimad Bhagavad Gita, we have been trying to understand, of course, Krishna consciousness, the teachings of Bhagavad Gita, the message of Bhagavad Gita, the message of Lord Shri Krishna. And also we have been slightly trying to explore or understand this what that what is it which is a blessing in material world, but it is a curse in spiritual life. Uh, what is that quality which is such a blessing in material world, but it is a curse in pure Krishna consciousness, in Krishna consciousness. Even in our say conditioned state of practice of Krishna consciousness, it is like a curse. What is it that is best in material life, but it is worst in pure Krishna consciousness? The greatest wealth in material life is the greatest loss in pure Krishna consciousness. So we have been trying to explore this. Any thoughts always welcome. And some of you have responded, but still, I don't think so. We have yet managed to find a proper response for it. And the answer or response of it is self-confirmatory. Uh, it's like we can check it for ourselves. It doesn't need to be sent into some external agency for calculation. In the sense like kindness, yes, kindness is very much respected, uh, prayed or valuable, appreciated, is very wealthy in this material life, and it is wealthy in spiritual life as well. Kindness is such a benediction in material life, and it is not a curse in spiritual life. So kindness is not the thing. Say anger is not good. So anger is not. So what could be that thing? And I think our time is coming close. Maybe tomorrow or day after we could be doing the last sloka of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So towards the end we'll try to share the response of it. But in the meantime, yeah, kindly think of it. What is that emotion, that quality which is an asset in material world, but it is a liability, a big liability in spiritual life, which is such a boon, a benediction in material life, but it is a curse in spiritual life. A wealth in material life, but it is a loss in spiritual life. Something which is prayed for in material life and something which is never desired in pure Krishna consciousness. Now we see uh, Arjuna's response, na karisye vachanam tava. See throughout now this vachanam tava. What vachan? Vachan means like promise, or whatever Krishna you wanted me to do, I will do. So now see in Bhagavad Gita from second chapter till 18th or till 17th for sure, Krishna has given multifarious say instructions and teachings to Arjuna. Na? What? Yoga Mishra Bhakti, Kama Mishra Bhakti, that Karma Mishra Bhakti, but with some intention behind it. Uh, bhakti with some desire behind it and all. So Krishna is given different stages, different levels, different things. So what is it? Arjuna says, "Na karisye vachanam tava." So to what is he submitting? Is he submitting that okay, I will perform this style of bhakti, I will perform the conditioned style of bhakti, or I will perform kevala bhakti. Kevala bhakti means pure bhakti, shuddha bhakti. Hmm. Kevala bhakti means unadulterated. Na? Uh, that is bhakti in its pure form. Hmm. So Arjuna is promising to kevala bhakti. See the uh, 1865, 66, 60, and 64, 65, 66, where Krishna says na, that uh, manmana bhav mad bhakto, and before this, that I will tell you, listen this, the secret of the secret I'm telling you. So this is like three shloki in itself in Shrimad Bhagavad Gita. 64, 65, 66 is a three shloki in itself. And if we just take these three, one can understand the overall message of Bhagavad Gita. The message of Bhagavad Gita lies in this only 1866 na sarva dharman paritajya mam ekam sharanam vraja aham tvam sarva papebho mokshashyami ma sucham. The message lies there. And in response to this only is Arjuna saying. He's not saying to different places. Krishna has told na Arjuna in Renas, if you feel like sharing, you may share screen and see. But in chapter 8, text 7 and 8, Krishna is telling Arjuna that fight. Uh, then again, elsewhere, many places, no? Krishna is telling Arjuna fight. In chapter 12, Krishna is telling Arjuna develop this mood, understand this, that. Chapter 11, text 33, chapter 2, text 38, I think. So various places Krishna is telling Arjuna, na, do this, do this. Chapter 9 also, so many places, 927, Krishna is saying. But the response Arjuna is giving is in response to what? It is in response to 1866. Karisya Vachanam Tava. Now look, Krishna, what Vachan is Krishna also expecting from Arjuna? Arjuna is a Kshatriya, na? So his Swadharma. The two things, na? One is Swadharma, which is Varnashram Dharma and comes under Varnashram Dharma. Swadharma, Dharma, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, na? That. Then Atma Dharma. Now, Krishna's Sarva Dharman Parityaja is not at Swadharma level. It is not Varnashram Dharma. It is beyond Varnashram Dharma. It is the Dharma of the Atma. The saturation of the soul is in pure loving relationship with Krishna. That is only when the soul will find saturation. Hmm? And this pure loving relationship cannot be had without surrender. Surrender is the bare minimum. Surrender is the beginning. So Krishna is referring, wanting what? Saying of Atma Dharma. Other places, okay, he's saying of Swadharma. But specifically in this, he's speaking of Atma Dharma. And that is what Arjuna is responding. Arjuna is not saying that I will fight. Na? Had it been Swadharma response, Arjuna would have said what? He would not have said Karisya Vachanam Tava. He would have said what? You just say something on the lines of yes, I will fight. Or okay, yes, I will do my Kshatriya duty. Or I will do my duty. But here he's saying, I will do what you want me to do. I will follow you. So that is like wholeheartedly wholesome. That is on the level of Atma Dharma, not Varnashram Dharma or Swadharma. So this is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. And this is the beauty of bhakti altogether. See, Krishna is so kind, he's so fair, he's so smart. He does not play with the rules of the world. No, he himself has said he values Shastra so much. He values scriptures very much. He values Brahmanas. He values the rules and regulations. So He's engaging Arjuna in fighting in his Kshatriya dharma, in his Swadharma. So he's protecting his Swadharma and then elevating, actually, mainly he's making Arjuna protect his Atma dharma, do his Atma dharma, which is complete surrender to Krishna, complete love and service to Krishna. And by doing that Atma dharma, Krishna is protecting Arjuna's Swadharma, so that in society no one will have a complaint with Arjuna. No one has a complaint with Arjuna. That yes, he did his duty as a Kshatriya. So, on the pretext of his Kshatriya role, Krishna has beautified, Krishna has glorified, Krishna has protected, sanctified, protected, say, his Atma Dharma in the pretext of his Kshatriya Dharma. Likewise, with us, Krishna is wanting to have a dialogue. He's kind of hankering very much to have a dialogue in the pretext also of what? Our Swadharma. In Kali Yuga, our Swadharma is also very hodgepodge, is very spread out. Uh, but in the pretext of our whatever Swadharma, uh, he's wanting to purify or help us come to the stage of Atma Dharma. And Krishna consciousness, the overall practice of Krishna consciousness, the limbs of bhakti, the stages in bhakti, they are all aimed at pure bhakti only, and Atma Dharma only, not for as such perfecting our Swadharma. Mm, no. So this is the beauty. That is what Krishna is saying, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. So 1864, 65, 66 is all pure bhakti, Kevala bhakti. And Arjuna is responding to that only. Because he says na, that I am now free from doubt in his response we read previously, na, 1873, where he says, though I do not have nashtamoho smriti labda, tvat prasadan maya chuta, sthito asmi gata sande. So my sande, doubt is removed, and I am firmly situated now. Karisye vachanam tava. So doubt relating to what? Okay, what should I do? Because again Arjuna can say now, Krishna, hang on. You have spoken a lot, 17 chapters, 18 you are summarizing and all. Now I'm confused. You are telling me to fight like this, like that. Should I do karma yoga? Should I do jnana yoga, bhakti yoga? How to do, what to do? Make it simple. So Krishna made that simple, na, saying what? सर्व धर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्व पापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचा. So Arjuna is saying, okay, now my doubts have been dispelled. I am doubt free. I know what I need to do now. I know. करिष्ये वचनम तव. भाड़ में गया in Hindi जैसे ना भाड़ में गया. In English it's like do hell with the Swadharma. So like when the other day we were trying to understand, na, look how beautiful, na. Vasudev ji, first child was born, what did he do? He kept his promise for Kamsa. Such a loyal person. Look, first child. Wow, first child is so precious for every parent, na? And then when first child was born, he said, okay, although time had passed, but still he stuck to his vow, he stuck to his promise. He said, okay, I will bring it to you. Huh? I will give it the first child to you. So Vasudevji took the first child, and in front of his own eyes, look what a moment for a father, na? In front of his own eyes to see his child pass away, not by natural means, by force, by killing, but helpless. Still okay, he did this. First child, second child, third child. So what he's maintaining a societal norm. Okay, I have given my promise, I've given my word to him, and fine, I'm protecting my wife, and this is my one ashram dharma, swadharma, and all on those lines. So first child, second child, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. But when it came to Krishna, sarva dharman parityaja mamekam sharanam vraja. Hum to am sarva. Do hell with Kamsa. I'm in no way I'm going to give Krishna to Kamsa. So that is bhakti. That is Kevala bhakti. Bhakti means what? One meaning is what? Taking shelter of Krishna. Sarva dharman parityaja mame. Now in Mahaprabhu's teachings, Braj Bhakti is what? Giving shelter to Krishna. That is Braj Bhakti. Enough taking shelter of Krishna. Okay, take when we the mood is what when we say take shelter of Krishna. Generally, the mood is what that okay, I'm struggling with my job. Let me take shelter of Krishna. No? I'm struggling with finance. Let me take shelter of Krishna. I'm struggling with health. Let me take. I'm struggling with relationships. Okay, take shelter of Krishna. I'm struggling in sadhana. I'm struggling in my service. Take shelter. Now, another like Braj Bhakti, na Mahaprabhu, what he's giving us or what we can potentially attain, we are so fortunate. Is we can give shelter to Krishna. Hmm. We can give shelter to Krishna. That is what. So we can enter into that realm. We can enter into that zone, into that thought, into that consciousness level. And we have this option, we have this opportunity to free ourselves from all worldly distractions, completely unentangle ourselves. And it is possible, it is doable, it is possible, very much, especially favorably possible in this particular Kali Yuga, which is Mahaprabhu's Yuga. Mm, very particularly practical, possible, favorable, doable to free ourselves. And this is how, in good sadhu sangha, we have to dovetail our life. In good sadhu sangha, we have to shape, we have to mold our life. Well, Krishna consciousness at some point we have to take it head on. Na? It has to hit us, and we have to check or decide, see for ourselves. An element of risk has to be taken. An element of risk, which is what, like, okay, let me go deeper association. And what, let me aim for Guru Padashara. That has to go. And our prayers, how we are preparing, how we are praying, we will get revelation along the way. Deeper and deeper insights will come along the way. When we are clear, yes, I'm in the best direction. This is life. Uh, then otherwise, so much familial attachment. Na? This familial bonding, bodily attachments, societal and all. So sarva dharman parityajana mamekam sharanam vraja. And we have inspiration, na? Shastras, so inspiring. The Shastras are what? Actually, if you see, na, Shastras are what? In a way, if I may say, they are a thing in the past. Is it not? Prahlad Maharaj, Bharat Maharaj, Dhruv Maharaj, even Brajavasis, na? Although in Bhauma Vrindavan, Nitya Lila, varieties of pastimes of Krishna happening, but still for us it is kind of a thing in the past. So Shastras give us what? Role models, inspirations. But they are not physically present. Acharyas, Rupa Goswami, Prabhupada, not physically present. No? If I may say, thing in the past, okay. But it doesn't end there. When we pray wholeheartedly, we'll find some personality, divine personality, who is physically, personally present. And we need to build that rapport, that faith, that shelter, that relationship, and then move. See, check it out for ourselves. One thing in life I am very sure. What? That I do not want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. This is very sure. Look, no, it sounds so derogatory, na? It sounds so a bit rude, insulting, or it sounds so abhadra, na? So inauspicious and not gentle, not at all cultured. Look, I'm practicing Krishna consciousness. I go out, preach, distribute books and all, uh, seminars, whatnot, things and all. And what do I tell others? What do I expect to? Yes, take into Krishna consciousness, perfect your life, purify your life, become a pure devotee of Krishna. But for myself, I'm sure. One thing is for sure. that I do not want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. But this thing, when I convince myself, when I even theoretically push myself that I have nothing else left in life other than to become a pure devotee of Krishna, then no one will be stopping us. We will be seeing everyone as a favorable to us, everything and everyone. And then we can take sadhu sangha nicely. Yeah. And this is how we should be taking sadhu sangha. That Arjuna realized, na, I have no other thing now. Sarva dharman parityajya and Arjuna's response. We can go on ends and ends kind trying to glorify. Understanding as its limitation. Understanding Krishna consciousness as conditioned souls. How much can we understand? Our knowledge, anyways, our is on the surface and is going to stay on the surface only. We can never go deep as such. Glorify, we should glorify. We should make our best attempt to glorify. But again, our glorification is on the surface only and it will stay on the surface. We can never deeply glorify. But we must do make the effort. One thing is in our hands, what? Making the effort. In many school, college, uni around the world, examination result grades are given, right? Grade A, grade B, grade C. Generally, all over grade A is considered very good, na? A plus, A plus, something. You know, these batteries also come, na? Pencil batteries and all. What? Double A, triple A plus. So, grade A is considered very good worldwide. Then next comes what? B. Next is what? C. Next is what? D. And then generally E, not so much given. F, generally F is considered what? Fail. But who is a failure? Uh, who is a failure? One who has stopped making attempts, one who has given hope, uh, one who is not trying and all. So before F comes what? E. E for effort. uh, so before we fail, if we are making efforts, we are not a failure. And that is what is wanted. Again, we can never understand Bhagavad Gita as it is in the sense, okay, that I've got it all. No. Hari Ananta, Hari Katha Ananta. Na? Hari is unlimited, Krishna's talk is unlimited, wisdom is unlimited. Hmm. Pastimes and everything, the beauty of Krishna is unlimited. So we cannot get it unlimited. We cannot have this knowledge also full in full. So ours is on the surface. But what is in our hand? At least making that effort, na E. We cannot get. Thing is, we cannot get A in bhakti, performing bhakti. I cannot get what to speak of triple A or double A or A plus plus and all. I cannot even get A grade. B grade cannot get C. Baba get E grade. Na. At least make that effort. Mm. Now that E grade in Kali Yuga, we are very D grade. In Kali Yuga, we are degraded, na? So Mahaprabhu, this at least make that E grade effort. Hmm. That much we should do, na? So one thing is for sure that I do not want to become a pure devotee of Krishna and look, practicing Krishna consciousness, and I'm telling this. Hmm. And we have to be convinced of this. And this is also an inspiration, a motivation, and this is on the path of knowledge. This is purification. Doing japana. Japa means what? Forgetting Krishna, not remembering Krishna. That is the reality, at least in my case, practicality. Na? Uh, we are hardly in remembrance of Krishna, and the irony is chanting the names of Krishna but forgetting Krishna. So, what is the way? Look, one way to remember Krishna is what? You can try this in our japa and see. When we chant na japa, at that time, maybe if you want to chant orally, chant this: Krishna, I'm missing you. Krishna, I'm missing you. Krishna, I'm missing you. Krishna, I'm forgetting you. Krishna, I'm forgetting you. Krishna, I'm forgetting you. We should include this in our japa if we can. Uh, Going up and down, walking, whatever we are doing. on a regular basis, Krishna, I'm forgetting you. Krishna, I'm forgetting you. Krishna, I will forget you. Krishna will. So if we do this, do you think we will forget Krishna then? Don't see red. Don't think of red. Don't see red. Now the first, don't see elephant. What does the first thing come in my elephant only? Red only. So if we train ourselves, we tell Krishna, look, I'm going to sit down now and do japa and I'm going to forget you. I'm forgetting you, Krishna. After japa, Krishna, I'm going to forget you. I'm forgetting you, Krishna. I will forget you, Krishna, in another hour. Every hour alarm snooze comes, na alarm we can set notice or reminder of this thing. That okay, I'm forgetting Krishna. If we get into this, we won't forget Krishna. We'll remember him. So this is the thing. huh? Through whichever way, Anvay and Vetireg, directly and indirectly, whichever way we have to be Krishna conscious. So one thing is sure that I do not want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. But now if I tell this to myself, na, just daily, day in, day out, if I tell this, okay, look, this is sure. I do not want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. Look, I don't. Now, in societal sense, in material sense, if we speak like this, it will bring depression for sure. It will pull us down. It will give us a very bad energy, very negative. Feel very low of ourselves. Uh, we'll be very worried. We'll find ourselves worthless and whatnot. We wouldn't want to engage with the society. We wouldn't want to have friends and all. We'll go in our virtual bubble. Maybe online, we wouldn't like online also. Something on those lines. But this, if we tell ourselves that I'm sure I do not want to become pure devotee of Krishna. One day, then things will turn around. One day, one day I will tell myself, uh, and then one day I would want to desire to become a pure devotee of Krishna. And once this desire comes about, desire is so powerful now. Whatever is there in this creation, the root is what desire, na? Bridge such good technological advancement, mechanical advancement, even chemical advancement, biomass and so much chemical ways of processing and advancement. Um, but comes what idea, na? Desire, a vision, a thought. So if we cultivate just this desire, just by desiring, we can attain Krishna. Just by desiring, developing this desire. We know we are not pure, and we can never be pure enough. Look again, Sina. I know I'm not pure. Hmm? So this may again also, I am not pure. I'm not qualified. I'm not pure. And we can never be pure enough. We can never be pure enough. How much japa can we do on a daily basis now? Even theoretically, what 192 rounds only. But do you think that Krishna can be purchased in that 192 rounds? No, not at all. Even theoretically, what would could be our limit? 192. And it's so dangerous. Look, someday 192 theoretically also very very dangerous to imagine even. So theoretically 64 we can fit in our head somewhat. Push it to 108. Now if we do 108 japa rounds, one day, what could be our thought next day? Could it be the thought, yes, I did 64 or I did 180, 108, I did 108. If that comes to our thought, then we are missing the mood, we are missing the attitude. As they say, na, it is not the size of the dog in the fight that matters. It is not the size of the dog. What matters is the size of the fight in the dog. Uh, Not the size of the dog in the fight that matters. What matters is what? The size of the fight in the dog. So, Krishna consciousness is not about quantification. How many japa, how many rounds, how many hours of reading, hearing, chanting, how many projects, how many Rath Yatras, how many events, how many programs, and all. No, it is about the mood, the attitude. Bhavgrahi Janardhan. Na? Krishna is Bhavgrahi Janardhan. He's not record keeping. He's not bookkeeping. He's not records Grahi Janardhan or accounts Grahi Janardhan. He's Bhavgrahi Janardhan. But yes, to build the bhav, sadhana bhakti is required. Sadhana bhakti means what? Struggle bhakti. Sadhana bhakti means what? Quantification bhakti. Uh, Until and unless we come across a divine personality who is into ragatmika bhakti. One who is into ragatmika bhakti only can pull us up, right? Sadhana bhakti, he himself is struggling. How much can he pull us up? He can possibly lift us up, but then still the struggle will be there. But Ragatmika Bhakt, Raganuga Bhakta, he is in Ragatmika Bhav, he is in Ragna, he is in spontaneous attraction. Ragatmika Bhakti means, Ragatmika Bhakt means, Raganuga Bhakt means he is clear, he wants to become a pure devotee of Krishna, or he is transformed himself. He is hankering, praying, crying for it. He is sure. Uh, so when we whole again, human life is meant to inquire into God, and devotee life is meant to inquire into a pure devotee of Lord. Hmm. Human life is meant to search for the Supreme. Na? Prabhupada wrote a book also, na? Quest for Enlightenment. I think his disciples also did some work on that. So human life is meant for that quest for enlightenment or quest for inquiry into the Supreme, into the universe. But devotee's life is meant what? To search a pure devotee of Krishna, to search an exalted, a realized soul, a ragatmika bhakta of Krishna. And when we find that personality and follow his lead, then we will be left with no other option than becoming a pure Krishna conscious personality. We would want to. Then this we would be sure. Then we would want to make this a surety in life that I want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. So that this is Arjuna's response. Sunday is what? That is the doubt that what should I do? Should I do the Kshatriya role or this role? And no, Sarva Dharman Parityajya. Mm. So Atma Dharma. And for us also, we have to always protect our Atma Dharma. We could be studying, working, again, family life, but this is all to show a face to the world. Yes, heart should belong to Krishna. So we should protect our heart, we should protect our occupation, our engagement, our time, everything. And this value will come about when we take good association, when we respect, appreciate our association, which is causeless mercy of Krishna. Uh, this sadhu sangha is the means and end of bhakti. Satsang is bhakti. Uh, Satsang na sadhu sang satsang. Shashvat Divya Purush ka sang is satsang. The association of a Shashvat Divya personality is what is satsang. And we learn bhakti means what? Training ourselves. Na? We cannot serve Radha Krishna directly, no. So we train ourselves under the guidance of a divine personality who is in that mood, who is in that consciousness, who is living by this embodiment, embodying the message of scriptures. So when we take shelter, then we will become Ragatmika Bhakt one day when we follow a Ragatmika Bhakt. And this following is natural. One cannot deny Guru is not required. Uh, we all are taken Guru, na? School, college, uni, everywhere. So this following in Guru is natural. So again, three yogina, three shloki, 64, 65, 66. Brilliant response Arjuna gives in 73. Hmm. And okay, let us see text 74 from today. Huh? Sanjay Uvacha इति अहं वासुदेवस्य पार्थस्य च महात्मनः संवादमिमम् अश्रोषाम् adbhutam romaharshanam. Okay, Nikhil can read translation purport.
Sanjay said, "Thus have I heard the conversation of two great souls, Krishna and Arjuna, and so wonderful is that message that my hair is standing on end." In the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, Dhritarashtra inquired from his secretary Sanjay what happened on the battlefield of Kurukshetra. The entire study was related to the heart of Sanjay by the grace of his spiritual master, Vyas. He thus explained the theme of the battlefield. The conversation was wonderful because such an important conversation between two great souls had never taken place before and would not take place again. It was wonderful because the Supreme Personality of Godhead was speaking about himself and his energies to the living entity, Arjun, a great devotee of the Lord. If we follow in the footsteps of Arjun to understand Krishna, then our life will be happy and successful. Sanjay realized this, and as he began to understand it, he related the conversation to Dhritarashtra. Now it is concluded that wherever there is Krishna and Arjun, there is victory. Sanjay said, "Thus have I heard the conversation of two great souls, Krishna and Arjun, and so wonderful is that message that my hair is standing on the end."
Harry was. Renas, you were able to listen, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So, and this is now Sanjay speaking. Na? So 74 and 78 is the last verse, as we know. And Sanjay speaking, thus have I heard the conversation of two great souls, Krishna and Arjuna. And so wonderful is that message that my hair is standing on end. Now, you see w- how Arjuna would have felt. Just if we can transport ourselves. How would have Arjuna felt going through this dialogue in person in life with Krishna? Na? Us studying Bhagavad Gita, reading Bhagavad Gita, if we read it in good association with good heart, with some good intent, some faith, some sincerity, and all, it will bring a revolution in our life. Complete transformation, complete revolution. And look, we don't have to go through all the 18 chapters to start practicing Krishna consciousness. No, I don't think so. Devotees, when they meet devotees, they start practicing Krishna consciousness even before reading Bhagavad Gita. Huh? Through japa, maybe or kirtan, or once they start, it's not like okay, first I will read cover to cover 18 chapter. It's not like an investigation inquiry that first I will read all cover to cover 18 chapter, and once I'm convinced, then I will study, I will practice. As we read in association of devotees, we will be convinced and we will start practicing Krishna consciousness. Uh, so it's not like okay, let me listen to the full message and then I will decide. No, as we in good association, we can uh, make ourselves very convinced of it. Now, how is this happening? Sanjay, he is relating this to Dhritarashtra. Na? So, as says in the purport, in the beginning of Bhagavad Gita, Dhritarashtra inquired from Sanjay, his secretary, that what is happening, you tell me no, and you let me know what is happening in the battlefield. So, Sanjay, he was a friend of Dhritarashtra, the blind king, and he was his counselor and minister also, secretary as well. So, he was saying, and Sanjay had this benediction, he had this benediction from his spiritual master, his guru Vyasdev, that he was blessed that okay, Sanjay, you can be sitting in that assembly room, in that seminar room with King Dhritarashtra, and I will give you the blessing so that sitting from there you will be able to see such a satellite arrangement. Na? You will be able to see the war. Hmm? everything live, and relate to the to Dhritarashtra. Uh, mm, So, like a radio commentary, na, when we hear to listen to radio, those who are into sports, especially football or cricket or some other games, maybe basketball and things, then the radio commentary. Oh yes, he now comes the bowler, this, the everything, and it's like one can visualize and see. So Sanjay, he was able to see everything, and he was giving this live commentary. He was giving this live commentary to Krishna. Now a question could be raised now, well, all this sounds very superficial. One man say, no, well, this is what mm, what is that? Fantasy, fiction, fiction, or yes, in Hindu mythology uh, and this thing. So now, because someone may ask, na, someone may check, na, look, how can one could be sitting in a seminar room and how can he get like, okay, Kurukshetra live status, live update, sitting. Now, Renas Prabhu is going to show us one video. Hmm. Now, all this is again, um, see, why do we need YouTube and all these things? So that to build our faith. Hmm. But one who is, anyways, Brahmanical culture, one who has got faith in Krishna consciousness, one who has got faith in scriptures and all. So we don't need as such any external proof. But yeah, whatever builds our faith is good. Whatever helps our faith is good. So, uh, otherwise, our real faith is where in Shastras. No? Krishna says, Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yovanam jara tatha dehantara praptis dhirastatra namuyati. Hmm? That reincarnation as the embodied soul goes from boyhood to youth to maturity to old age and all. So at the time of old age, he passes, he leaves this body, and realizes a wise person is not bewildered by such a change. So if we have faith in the scriptures, in the words of Krishna, then yes, we take reincarnation, we understand. We can apply somewhat of our logic also and see sense. And then we don't need to see, okay, so many reincarnation videos, so many reincarnation interviews, near death experience, out of body experience, this, that, past life regression, future life projection, so many things. But still, whatever helps build our mood, our faith. So Renas Prabhu is going to help us build our faith by showing us one video from YouTube. Uh, is the volume high enough, Renas?
Um, I'm not sure. I'm gonna give it a try again. Uh,
We were able to see, but we're not able to hear. Because throughout now in the practice of Krishna consciousness, is there a spiritual world? Who has seen so many things? It's not possible. How can Sanjay sitting in one room and he can see what's going on thousands of miles or hundreds of miles or so many miles away? Okay, let's see now, Renas. Is there something still not able to hear, Renas? And is there something in the audio setting or what that
I'm not sure. I can hear myself, but um, yeah, I'm not sure what is up giving the sound to you. um,
you are
mm,
able to listen, huh?
Yes, yes. Oh wait. I think it should be now. Let's try now.
Haribol.
At school, we learn how to add, subtract, and multiply. But I'm here to meet a man whose brain has developed a mathematical power beyond everyone else on Earth. I've come to witness Scott Flansburgh's claim that he is faster than a calculator. Scott tours the world on a mission to inspire kids about math.
I do everything. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, square roots, cube roots, perpetual calendars, algorithms, whatever I can do to show students that calculators can't beat my brain. Multiplication. Please give me two two-digit numbers, and we'll multiply them together.
95
Times
85.
8,075.
Amazingly, Scott's getting the answers before I've even typed in the numbers.
43. 43 times
99.
4257. All right, let's go.
He beats the calculator every time.
You guys go enjoy recess, all right? Nice meeting all of you.
Scott's math skills might impress grade school kids, but I need to find out more about his mental superpower. How does he compare to real mathematicians? I'm taking him to the San Diego State University math department. Can four mathematicians armed with calculators and a computer compete with Scott's amazing ability?
We'll start with the multiplication of two two-digit numbers. Ready? The numbers are 39 times 78.
302, 3042.
3042 is correct. Scott got it first.
Scott's speed is baffling everyone in the room. As the challenges get harder, Scott is actually getting faster.
Okay, starting with a base of 0 and adding 10 times. The number is 48.
96, 144, 192, 240, 288, 3136, 3844, 3240.
Yeah.
Yes.
So how do you guys feel getting beat?
Humbled.
Humbled?
Shame.
What do you think of Scott? Do you think he's really a human calculator?
I'd say yes.
Definitely.
I think it is a particularly rare phenomenon that we're viewing here. There probably aren't more than a half dozen people in the world who have the capacities that Scott does.
Like me, Scott Flansburgh looks just like a regular guy. But underneath, we possess rare genetic gifts. The human calculator is totally superhuman in my book.
Haribol. How was it, trainers?
Yeah, it was interesting. I think I've seen something like that before. Yeah, it's really
See,
very interesting.
for us, it is now YouTube is showing this and all, right? America and nations and all. For us, it's so easy to take in. Yes, wow, he must be a genius. He must be special. He must be unique. Don't know what. And when it comes to what, okay, some DNA, something there and all, something there in the DNA. We never take into consideration some past life, some karma, some gift, something. No, we don't entertain such. We still live with such a dogmatic view, na? This is dogmatic view. Religion is cursed or what? Religion is a taboo. What's this? Kind of accused of carrying a set of dogmatic views sometimes and all. But when we see some personalities like this Scott, and then when we just lump it, okay, our limit goes where till DNA level. We cannot go beyond that, right? Okay, let's check the DNA and something must be there and all, and this is the chemical or this thing inside is making him this extra special. I don't know. Many times it is not. We cannot assimilate. Thing is, we cannot assimilate, and we shouldn't try to. So this is again Krishna telling us in this 21st century, even through YouTube. See, look, that you cannot understand me unless you have the mercy. Now in this, school, small boys, he's beating them easily. They're and they are like, wow, he's genius, super genius. Mm. Then what happens? Goes to uni and big mathematicians, teachers and all, and such calculations, and he's doing way quicker, faster than them and correct. Uh, and they're so. But now look, do you think he's processing the calculation? Of course not. Of course not. Because how can potentially someone process and bring out that result? No? Just like he's listening something, some mystical, some mercy, some blessing, and he's spilling out, and it comes to be true. It is true. Definitely, he's endowed, he's blessed. No? So, likewise, when we see such personalities, it should remind us of Krishna. It should tell us, wow, what an intelligent personality Krishna is. It should really, and we should see that person. Wow. Now, this, if we see again in this case, nothing taking away in the form of credits. The person he can do such good mathematical calculation. Krishna, when he went to study with Balram at Sandipuni Muni's school in Ujjain, is it in 64 days he learned so many things and all, uh, so many arts and everything expert, expert. Again, the point I'm trying to help myself understand is build my faith in Krishna consciousness. Because we read purport in many places. In purport it says what? The entire study was related to the heart of Sanjay by the grace of his spiritual master Vyas. Now if you tell this someone in university, oh this was related to the heart, my heart, by the grace of my spiritual master. University may show us the door or they themselves may want to see the door. Doesn't work. We are very thick-headed. Now we are very cross. We are very thick-headed. But spirituality is not like cross. It's not thick-headed. No one can prove as such the existence of God, and no one can simultaneously disprove or deny. Hmm. So it is not as such about feeling, more than feeling, experiencing. And yes, more than experience, it is feeling also, that loving feeling. Furthermore, so this is all to help build our faith. Otherwise, this Bhagavad Gita, oh yes, it's a old Hindu thing. We also have, yeah, who knows? God knows. Vyas, Dev, and Sanjay. As if some personality has this job only, like say Prabhupada. Hmm? He wrote how many books? Over 80 books or over 80 languages, something. No? Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, Nectar of Instruction, Nectar of Devotion, Ishopanishad, Brahma Samhita, what not. He wrote so many books, but he never made any money out of it as such. Uh, He never like, okay, I'm book launch or I'm going for a TED talk or this. Uh, Although he got good followers and money was there, but his lifestyle, he as a person was same. So what motivation did he have? He was not after fame and all. Normally, who write books, fiction or non-fiction, there's a motivation. Could be to encourage society to read and all, but still there's a motive. What motivation? Why would some old person, 70-year-old, work hard throughout the day and night not sleep and write, dictate? What would he get out of it? So again, the thing is that this message was shared in the heart of Krishna, Sanjay, by the blessing, by the mercy of his spiritual master. And we sing daily in Guru Puja. Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitte Te Koriya Kya Arna Koriyo Manyasa. श्री गुरु चरण रति ऐसे उत्तम गति ये प्रसाद है पूरे सर्वास चक्षुदान दिलो जे जन्मे जन्मे प्रभु से दिव्य ज्ञान हृदय प्रकाशितो दिव्य ज्ञान transcendent knowledge हृदय प्रकाशितो it comes about in the heart. It is a revelation in the heart. Arjuna went through this experience. Sanjay also relishing. He's saying that my hair is standing on end. And likewise, if we also study Bhagavad Gita, do japa, associate with devotees, it will bring a revolution in our life beyond our imagination. Uh, we are underestimating ourselves, and it is good to underestimate so that it keeps us a bit on check, which is fine. But we shouldn't underestimate Bhagavad Gita, the power of Bhagavad Gita, the power of sadhu sangha, the power of mantra meditation japa. Okay, any thoughts, questions, or comments? There are some more videos, but Renas will show us tomorrow those videos, he says. And this is just like Krishna says, no, this is just a spark of my entire creation. This is nothing but a fragment. So Renas is saying, this is just one trailer I've given you. Uh, I don't want you to get too overwhelmed. Okay, Renas, show us another video, please. At least show us one more video for today. So, which video will you show us, Renas, today? Show us, yeah, show us.
I can show about Stan Lee's superhuman power, something like that.
Yeah, so show us this video maybe. Or whichever, choose whichever you want, Renas. Show us one more video, huh? Show us one more. See, we have so much of faith in academic science. And generally in the Eastern world, anything of the West is deemed very high. And things like this, okay, in Eastern world it is understood to be mythological and all, but something happening in West, oh wow, it must be true. Science, then it's a science. Okay, Renus.
I've come to Boston to meet a man who claims to have a real-life power of indestructibility, just like the Incredible Hulk. That's because professional wrestler John Ferraro, aka Gino Martino, is rumored to have the planet's hardest head.
So this is not a prop or anything, it's a real chair.
No prop.
I mean, I thought wrestling was fake.
Brother, I take my professional wrestling very seriously. The bruises I take, the stitches, the staples, they're all real.
It's time to find out if John's extraordinary claims are fact or fiction. Unbelievably, John is going to let an 18-pound bowling ball smash into his head to break the bricks.
In 3, 2, 1.
It certainly looks like John could withstand blows to the head that would leave other men unconscious or worse. But I'm beginning to seriously think that there's some kind of trick or illusion involved.
How do you top this?
Oh, I have something, but we can't do it here.
As the human anvil, John makes a modest living putting on performances in the local community.
Gino Martino feats a strength show.
And as we arrive at the local flea market, I'm hoping whatever I'm about to witness will make me believe.
What I do is I drive a spike through a 2x4. To make it just a little harder, I put a little sheet metal on top. Ready?
So you ready, Gino?
Yeah.
This time,
Okay, Renus,
with
you may
nothing
forward. This
absorbing
could
the
be too
energy,
heavy for some
John's
of
head is
our.
taking the full.
Just forward a bit, yeah. Okay, Renus, let's see from here.
John has convinced me that this must be something more than just a trick. Is he genetically different?
Crazy, this is crazy. I mean, you clearly drove it through here and it bent it. I mean, you look rough, but you seem fine. And you're totally in an alert mental status.
Yep.
I mean, I just don't see how a person's skull and brain can keep taking so many impacts.
John's superhuman thick skull not only defies head-cracking impacts, but has also protected his brain from damage.
Haribol! Now what do you say, Mr. Renus? Hmm?
Yeah,
Spirituality fake or real?
speechless.
Hmm?
um,
Is Krishna consciousness
yeah,
fake or real?
guess he's gifted with some, material strength, I guess, uh, is receiving some superpower from the higher above,
Yeah, at least we
Yeah,
can
I'm
decipher
not, I'm
this
not sure
much,
how to
right?
describe it, but interesting.
Yeah, even if you see the commentator, he said, no, oh, there must be some illusion to begin with. There must be some jugglery, some illusion. And then going further, how can possibly one defy this? He's defying the laws. Is he not? To an extent, he's defying the laws. Who can put a nail through a brick, through a wood slab from his head? And that's what he was doing. That's what he was doing, and he was fine. And they say, no, they studied his brain. There's no problem in the brain. Brain is still fine. And this is something. How can potentially one train or practice oneself for it? Yeah, he does some training. He does. He has got this hunger, this drive, this energy inside that he wants to burst out. Now the point again I'm trying to help myself educate is John, Scott, they are all good in their respective area. You cannot make John do the mathematics as Scott could do those calculations. And Scott cannot do what John could do. But Krishna, he can do anything and everything easy. Easy. Hindi they say na बाएं हाथ का खेल है. It's like a snap of the finger for him, for Krishna. What's the big deal? You know what has again become a big deal for Krishna? What has become a big deal for Krishna? To get our attention is becoming a big deal for Krishna. That is a big deal. To get our love, to get our attention, to get our faith. We are so and stubborn, if I may say, rigid. That has become a big deal. Otherwise, what is a big deal? Na? Krishna says, "Na, Arjuna, what? I cannot. My glories are limitless. I cannot tell you everything. But okay, let me just give you a trailer. Let me just tell you a bit. Likewise, we see in life, we'll find such a. Now they call what superhuman, na? Superhuman and all. Someone defying laws. Krishna, na, he defied all laws. So when we hear him, hear his pastimes and all, we'll understand Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. Again, the thing I'm trying to educate or emphasize myself that there's way more to life than meets the eye. Is it not? Life is not just about eating, sleeping, mating, defending. It's not just about looking for a job or looking for a partner or looking for a house. No, there's way more to life than meets the eye. So why not we take a risk? Uh, Dare to be rare, na? We all want to be rare. And here is an opportunity to be rare in a very good sense, in a very pure sense. So why stop ourselves? Why hesitate? Why limit ourselves? No one wants to live ordinary. It's a curse living ordinary. Yeah, it's a curse. So develop that self-control. Extraordinary means what? Having that self-control. Such an extraordinary personality, wow. He's so tolerant. Must be extraordinary, so peaceful, so calm, so self-controlled. So this faith is not like a faith is again generally in society, Eastern world, Western world. Faith is something deemed to be like a hope. Okay, yeah, it's like a concept. It's like an illusion. You live in a virtual world and all. Huh? And now contribute in society. Come out of your jumbo mumbo and now contribute in the society. Na? This is generally how it is deemed Krishna consciousness or spirituality at large. Okay, enough of your living in illusion, living in paradise. Now come to ground and go to work, study, and all these things and participate in real life. Hmm. So this is all. Science is so revered. Science is heavily revered. But can science help us understand these things? Can science help us understand why Scott has got such a brain and this thing. How can he do such calculation? How John can be what he is? Can one do bodybuilding and build it like this? Hmm? And now, again, no offense, of course, towards John and Scott, great personalities in their own field, in their own way. Now, does John massive wrestler, but is he free from the fear of death? Can anyone genuinely claim and say, I'm free, I'm fearless? Huh? Putting nail through the wood is very good. Hammers can also work. Very good. But this fear of death, what did Krishna do? Fear of death of Arjuna is gone now altogether. Fear of dying and fear of killing. Everything gone. One is what? Fear of death, fear of dying. Another is what? Guilt. Guilt of killing. Oh, I'm going to kill. I have killed. Both are gone. Both are vanished. That is what Arjuna responded to Krishna. Na? Sthito asmi gata sande. I am firmly situated. Krishna, I do not have fear. I do not have guilt. We live life what? In fear or in guilt. Can any of us, one of us say, I don't live life in fear. I do not have any fear. One who has taken Guru Padashray, pure, pakka, firm Guru Padashray, he can say, I do not live in fear. And for him, no guilt. No. Because he has changed his past altogether. He is no more the same person. We have to grow, we have to change our past. No? Diksha kale bhakta kare atma samarpanna. And baptization altogether in this thing. So body still remains the same and all, but the consciousness won't ever be the same. And we have to go and grow in that consciousness and give up this bodily identity, bodily relationships and all. Any thoughts, questions or comments? Let's read one or two more and see how time permits. So 75 Vyasa Prasada Shrutavan Etad Guhyam Aham Param Yogam Yogeshwarat Krishnat Sakshat Kathayata Swayam. So maybe Pip can read translation purport.
By the mercy of Vyas, I have heard these most confidential talks directly from the master of all mysticism, Krishna, who was speaking personally to Arjuna. Purport: Vyas was the spiritual master of Sanjay, and Sanjay admits that it was by Vyas's mercy that he could understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This means that one has to understand Krishna, not directly, but through the medium of the spiritual master. The spiritual master is the transparent medium, although it is true that the experience is so direct. This is the mystery of the disciplic succession. When the spiritual master is bona fide, then one can hear Bhagavad Gita directly, as Arjuna heard it. There are many mystics and yogis all over the world, but Krishna is the master of all the yoga systems. Krishna's instruction is explicitly stated in Bhagavad Gita: surrender unto Krishna, and one who does so is the topmost yogi. This is confirmed in the last verse of the 6th chapter, Yoginam api sarvesham. Narad is the direct disciple of Krishna and the spiritual master of Vyas. Therefore, Vyas is as bona fide as Arjuna because he comes in the disciplic succession. Sanjay is the direct disciple of Vyas. Therefore, by the grace of Vyas, Sanjay's senses were purified and he could see and hear Krishna directly. One who directly hears Krishna can understand this confidential knowledge. If one does not come to the disciplic succession, he cannot hear Krishna. Therefore, his knowledge is always imperfect, at least as far as understanding Bhagavad Gita is concerned. In Bhagavad Gita, all the yoga systems, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Bhakti Yoga, are explained. Krishna is the master of all such mysticism. It's to be understood, however, that as Arjuna was fortunate enough to understand Krishna directly, so by the grace of Sanjay, he was also able to hear Krishna directly. Actually, there is no difference between hearing directly from Krishna and hearing directly from Krishna via a bona fide spiritual master like Vyas. The spiritual master is the representative of Vedavyas, of Vyasadeva also. Therefore, according to the Vedic system, on the birthday of the spiritual master, the disciples conduct the ceremony called Vyasa Puja. Translation. By the mercy of Vyas, I have heard these most confidential talks directly from the master of all mysticism, Krishna, who is speaking personally to Arjuna.
Haribol. See, one thing is there, what? The common thread throughout, mercy. By the mercy of Vyas, I have heard these most confidential talks directly. By the grace of Vyasdev, by the mercy of Vyasdev. So, and this is what we should be hankering. Even like these videos which we just saw, it is nothing but like a display of mercy only. And for us also, Krishna is merciful, whatever is happening. Good and bad is very subjective, and or even if say not subjective, say um, it is in this dual world of duality. But whatever it is, when we develop this vision of Krishna consciousness and pray for mercy, then we can free ourselves from good and bad. Then we see things as mercy of Krishna. Everything is mercy of Krishna. One event is leading us to another event, Every event is helping us become Krishna conscious. And then when in good association Krishna consciousness is ignited, then we can situate ourselves in an absolute event. Every event in this world is a relative event, unless it becomes a Krishna conscious event. Then it can take us to the absolute event, absolute reality, absolute truth, which is non-dual, which is all good. So faith is extremely important. See, without faith, we cannot appreciate, we cannot assimilate, we cannot decipher, we cannot take in this message of Bhagavad Gita and Krishna consciousness. Arjuna, he's not taking this knowledge through his intellect. He's taking with good faith. And we also then do the applied faith. No? We take this faith, devotees, we should have faith in devotees, we should have faith in scriptures. Krishna is eternal, na Baba. Scriptures are saying, we are saying. So with that faith, we can go forward. And if we listen again with that faith, the same realization, what Sanjay is having, what Arjun is having. And look, Sanjay in that seminar room, he's having. But in the same seminar room, in the same in the same seminar room, Dhritarashtra is also there. But his experience is very different. Why so? This is a question. Sanjay's experience and Dhritarashtra's experience very different. Sanjay has the heart, na? He has the heart, he has the faith to take in the message. And Dhritarashtra is denying himself. He is denying himself from reality. He is not wanting that reality. He is not wanting to see Krishna. So Krishna residing as Paramatma, okay, so be it. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tathaiva bhajamyam. As they say na, in English, such good sayings, na? Such gentle way to put things. So they say, no what? You can take a horse to a river, but you cannot make him drink. Hmm? So no one can become Krishna conscious until and unless one desires, one wants to. So this has to come from within. And how will this come about? Again, in good association only. So one thing is sure. Now this is advancement. This is purification. To be firmly sure that I do not want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. Tell this to ourselves. I practice Krishna consciousness and I do not want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. Both are true, is it not? Yes, we practice Krishna consciousness. We are. I practice Krishna consciousness, but I do not want the result, the aim of it. Check ourselves. Now imagine if Krishna comes tonight and tells, okay, come on, I make you a pure devotee now. Are we ready? If say even by some magic, na? Abracadabra. And Krishna says, okay, Chumantar Kali Chanantar Abracadabra, Gili Gili Gu, you are a pure devotee now. How would we feel? Will we be excited? Will we be happy for it? Hmm? I doubt. If we are real honest, will we be excited? Will we be happy? Will we be waiting for that abracadabra, Gili Gili Gu, Chumantar Kali Chanantar to happen? So, and this is why we are so conditioned and we are so happy with it. We are so used to it. We are okay to live ordinary life. Faith, na? Point is again faith. So this shlokas, na, specifically again 74 till 77. It, we can see the faith. Have we got that faith? Okay, let us read next also, Renus.
Uh,
Renus, you read this. Huh?
can I ask a question?
Yes, sure.
Uh, i- is this thing of that you mentioned just before, just now, is this characteristic is that's something that devotees should aim to develop, or is something inside of us, like sort of like that we want to be a devotee, but we don't want to result. Uh, like we practicing the Krishna consciousness, but we don't want to become a devotee. Is that something we should aim for as the when we practice, or is that something we
Sorry,
are?
Renus, I wasn't able to clearly hear or
Oh,
catch. Pip, could you hear what's?
uh, should I
Yeah.
ask again? Yeah. So
Yes.
so you,
So
you
is
just
this
you,
what you are saying, Renus? That we are practicing Krishna consciousness, but we do not want to become a pure devotee. Is this mood what we are aiming for?
yeah, or is this something like that we are initially in? So sort of something like
Yeah. See,
you know.
initially when one goes to school, take this as an example, day one going to school, the child does not know na, where is the classroom, where is the class, who is the teacher, and all. Okay, so the first initial, na, where is toilets, where is this, that, okay, first day shown. But when the child is 10-day old in the school, 1 month, then the teacher expects what? Okay, you should know this is our class and all. Been trained, no, no. Going to work first day, does one know who will I work with and all, no? But then yes, one knows which building, which floor, which area, where and all everything. So initially when we come in Krishna consciousness, we don't have a vision, we don't know, we don't know. But now in Sadhu Sangha, na, daily, look na, daily morning na, in those who attend the morning program in temples and all, normally every temple morning program, the 10 offenses are read about. And towards the end, what do we say? That how does it say? Like it is also considered an offense to be inattentive while chanting the. Now, it is also considered to be an offense to be inattentive while chanting the holy name of the Lord. Any person who claims himself or herself to be Vaishnava must carefully at all times guard against these offenses in order to quickly achieve the desired success, which is Krishna Prema Shri Harinam Prabhu Ki Jai. So we get like But then again, the very next moment, that Krishna Prema is off the radar. It's like, phew, it's off the roof or something. No? So think throughout the day, how much do we contemplate? I want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. I wish to become a pure devotee of Krishna. I want to attain Krishna Prema. How much do we do? And how much do we think as a process oriented? Oh, my sadhana is good, not good. I've got this many anathas. Oh, I've got this lined up, that lined up. So much. Oh no, I think I must do more reading. I must do more hearing. I should read 45 minutes now. I should read maybe 30 minutes. I should do this a day, that a day. All such, no? Very force, very push. And it won't just come about like if we keep on continuing pushing ourselves 30 years, 40 years. What do we think? Just one fine day, we will develop this mood, this bhav to become a pure devotee of Krishna. It doesn't come about like that, no? Doesn't come about. Bhagavad Bhakti, Bhagavad Sangena Parijayate. So this Bhagavad Bhakti means what? Again, Bhav Bhakti. Bhakti has different stages, na? Different levels. One is Sadhana Bhakti, another Bhav Bhakti, another Prema Bhakti. Hmm. So at least we must enter into Bhav Bhakti. We must. And which comes with prayer, which comes with again this Scott, we discussed Scott a bit today, na? We read Scott, we saw John as well. Now they've developed this skill by some effort. Effort has its limitation, Baba. With effort, how much can one do? Na? But this is something blessing bestowed upon. So for us also, na, we want to be blessed. Without becoming blessed, we can never be Krishna conscious. How does that blessing come about? Through desire, through prayer. And sadhana is to facilitate that. And it's not like sadhana is that is the means of sadhana. That is the means and end as well. Thing is to come to a stage wherein we can appreciate devotee association, wherein we can want to, the day we want to follow a devotee, then yes, Krishna will take us seriously. Wow, yes, he has got the message. Hmm. So thus to begin with, the mood may not be there, but the mood has to be developed now, Baba. Work has to be done on the mood. What do Prabhupada say? Na? Advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the practitioner. Eh? Prabhupada writes in the preface of Nectar of Instruction. Advancement in Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the practitioner, of the follower. Now, I may be practicing 10 year, 20 year, 30 year. One could be practicing not whatever number of years. But if we are not working on the mood, on the attitude, uh, we could be well working on 16 rounds daily and then 25 on Ekadashi. Yes, I've been doing 25 on Nirjala Ekadashi. I'll do 64 plus. And then I aim to do see our how our mind can work. Na? My aim is to do 16 daily, then Ekadashi 25, Nirjala 64, then what I will do, Ekadashi 32, make it from 25 to 32, then Ekadashi, every Ekadashi I will do 64. So all this again can be very quantification oriented, very calculative. Sadhana bhakti means quantification, calculative. In sadhana bhakti, we cannot be attaining Krishna. No. Bhav bhakti, ragatmika bhakti, we have to aim. So, if I understand your question, that somewhat this is your question, right? That when do we develop a mood? Should we developing a mood? Should we uh, frame ourselves? Should we work in a way to become a pure devotee of Krishna? Of course, yes. No, of course, yes. Day one may not be. Day one may not be. That's okay. But now practicing Krishna consciousness, I practice Krishna consciousness and I do not want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. I practice Krishna consciousness and I'm not sure if I want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. So yes, we have to work on the mood, we have to work on the attitude, we have to work, develop a vision. We have to understand the message of Krishna consciousness. This is why we are terribly conditioned, heavily conditioned. We are so used to living in this material world, and our faith is meager. Uh, Desire is meager, and we discussed now. Performing bhakti comes what? Duskrita Utha Anartha, Sukrita Utha Anartha, then what? This uh, Bhakti Utha Anartha. So we are so conditioned, we are so deeply rootedly conditioned that when practicing bhakti, then what we get name, fame, adoration, and we cherish that, or we associate, or we crave, or even if not crave, cherish, associate, we we say yes, yes, I deserve. We take that as a motivation and all. All this. So such deep rooted conditioning. Fame is difficult to give up. Lust is easy. Lust is still easy. Fame, name and fame. Wow. Heavily subtle, na? Heavily subtle. Gross lust is very difficult to give up. Subtle lust even more difficult to give up. So this, and how can we give up? It's not by how many rounds can one give up lust, Baba. There's not like a formula, na? Do 25, 34, or 32. Okay, lust will go away. No. Lust will go away when we take association of realized soul, when we see how divine they are, and they are in a different zone. When we appreciate the devotee of Krishna, then the desire will come about that yes, I want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. And we reserve ourselves, while by become a pure devotee of Krishna, I will upset my mother. My mother will not like. My father will not like. My brothers, I still have roles. I still have obligations. I still have duties. My teacher will not appreciate. But what about my girlfriend? What about my boyfriend? Hmm? How can I? No, in this life I cannot. I now have a girlfriend. I cannot become a pure devotee of Krishna. I'm married. I have a wife. So such things come in our mind. Look how much we value them. So our faith, again, thing is our faith is very meager. Our priority is low. We do not want to become a pure. We want the benefits of Krishna consciousness. Predominantly what? Mind control, peace of mind. We love it. We love it. Stress-free life we want. On top of that, if someone tells us, oh yeah, you're a good devotee, advanced devotee, and all good. If some name fame comes along, yeah, we appreciate that. But okay, fine, don't give me name fame, just stress-free life. Good peace of mind, stress-free life. We appreciate it, don't we? But we don't admire to become a pure devotee of Krishna. In fact, we tell ourselves, check it out deep down, we tell ourselves, oh Krishna, please do not make me a pure devotee. I worry then I will lose all the independence, all the joy, all the fun. I want some stress as well, this excitement. I will lose myself if I become a pure devotee then. So Krishna, just just let me carry on in the company of sadhus, in the company of devotees. Let me do this sadhana bhakti. mm, Get me first initiated, get me second initiated, get me into saffron also, get me become brahmachari leader, get me become this leader, portfolio, this portfolios and all. But don't make me a pure devotee, Krishna. One can check for himself or herself. This is the thing, na? This brahmacharya is a principle, no? And all. Huh? So we are not here for this designation oriented. All, of course, everything is seva service. It will come and all. So one is swadharma, another is atma dharma. Krishna was not much concerned with Arjuna's swadharma, as in his designation, his name, fame, and all. Kshatriya oriented, no. Atma dharma. And that is what Arjuna also responded to. Krishna spoke na Bhagavad Gita. He spoke on Swadharma, Varnashram Dharma, Kevla Bhakti, Yoga Mishra Bhakti, Karma Mishra Bhakti, Gyan Mishra Bhakti. Na? Bhakti mixed with Gyan, Bhakti mixed with knowledge, Bhakti mixed with Yoga, Bhakti mixed with Karma. all this. But finally, this three yogi, this three shloki, it's 1864, 65, 66, and Arjuna's response is Kevala Bhakti only. Hmm. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. So at the lotus feet, divine lotus feet of Shri Guru, only Kevala Bhakti is aspired, desired for. So when we approach Shri Guru, na, we should be praying for Kevala Bhakti only. And what does Kevala Bhakti mean? Pure devotee, na, becoming a pure devotee. And this is why Bandha Mohi Savadana Mate, na, that my mind becomes savadhan, become warned, become careful. That when I see Shri Guru, I should not be wanting, oh Shri Guru, help me in my material life. I'm very stressed out. How to be peace of stress and all. No. Kevala Bhakti. Look, we are being given this Kevala Bhakti, pure Bhakti in Krishna consciousness, Bhagavad Gita. This kami means what lacking is on our part only. Does that help your question, Renas?
Yes, thank you. Much more clear.
See, now in every profession, someone could be studying where? Aberdeen, perhaps. And studying what? Electrical engineering. Say an example, I don't know, randomly an example. Someone from Latvia, but could be studying in Aberdeen electrical engineering. Now, does he not studying in first year, second year? Does he not build a mood? Does he not build a vision and all? How he wants to study, shape up and all, and then electrical engineering, how he wants to pursue his career, where, huh? So everything, huh? So why not in Krishna consciousness we make a mood, an attitude, a vision that yes, I practice Krishna consciousness and I want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. We fear, na. This is why Krishna is saying, na, Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja. Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshashyami Ma Sucha. That do not worry, do not worry, do not fear. I will take away all the sinful reactions and do not worry. We worry now what will happen to grandmother, what will happen to the cats, who will feed the dog, huh? Who will pay the taxes, how will the economy run. Baba, economy was it not running before us coming into Krishna consciousness? Everything is working under the energy of Krishna. If I become Krishna conscious, will not Krishna look after? Definitely, even more, no? Even more. So we should not hold back. We ourselves are holding back ourselves. Build that, we have to build that faith in good association. Faith is built up in good association only. So in every profession, we build a mood, na, studying medical. Okay, you study for 3, 4, 5 years, and then you discover do you want to become a surgeon or you want to become a uh, eye specialist, what specialist, and all. Na? So likewise in Krishna consciousness, why should we not educate ourselves? Why should not we think, encourage, and we should be encouraging each other, fellow friends. Na? Devotee is a fellow friend. And we should be having that friendship and we should be enlightening, encouraging each other in that light, and we should be seeing each other in that light. That he is so advanced, he is Vishnujan, he is representative of Vishnu. And look, where is your potential? That is your potential, and continue forward. Why not? Why not? We should tell in the mirror ourselves, one day I will become a pure devotee of Krishna. Today I will become a pure devotee of Krishna. Today I will become a Krishna will make that happen. But if we shy away, oh no, no. Uh, how can I become a pure devotee of Krishna? I cannot put tilak properly yet. I cannot tie dhoti nicely. Uh, First, let me learn to tie dhoti nicely. Then I can think of becoming pure devotee. No, it doesn't work like that. Externals. We shouldn't be too bogged down with externals. That also doesn't give a license to neglect externals. No. Thing is bhav grahi Janardhan, this bhav has to be developed. That's the thing. When bhav is developed, then external, internal, everything will come about. And this bhav can be developed only in association of devotees. Bhagavati achalo bhava yad bhagavata sangata. This is the message of Srimad Bhagavatam. Does this somewhat answer your question, Renas?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so you read 76. Rajan samsritya samvadam imam adbhutam keshavarjunyo punyam rishyami cha muhur muhur. Now see, this is the, okay, I'll let you read translation purport.
O king, as I repeatedly recall this wondrous and holy dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, I take pleasure being thrilled at every moment. Perfect. The understanding of Bhagavad Gita is so transcendental that anyone who becomes conversant with the topics of Arjuna and Krishna becomes righteous, and he cannot forget such talks. This is a transcendental position of spiritual life. In other words, one who hears the Gita from the right source, directly from Krishna, attains full Krishna consciousness. The result of Krishna consciousness is that one becomes increasingly enlightened. He enjoys life with thrill, not only for some time, but at every moment. Translation. O king, as I repeatedly recall this wondrous and holy dialogue between Krishna and Arjuna, I take pleasure being thrilled at every moment.
Yeah. Now see, Sanjay is glorifying, na? We should never shy away from glorifying. We should never miss this opportunity, actually. Hmm. So Arjuna, he glorified, na? By his response, he glorified Krishna. Karisye vachanam tava. Hmm. Karisye vachanam tava. 3 words he said, na? In society also we love 3 words. What? I love you. Ah, so Arjuna is saying, what? Karisye vachanam tava. That is practical. I love you, na? I will do as you like. Hmm. He didn't say I will fight. I will do as you like. I will fulfill your desire. That is bhakti. Krishna is fulfilling our desires, everyone's desires. Na? Now Kevala Bhakti is what? Fulfilling Krishna's desire. That is Braj Bhakti. Brajvasis don't, there's a different level of mood is different na? In Dwarka Bhakti, Mathura Bhakti and Braj Bhakti. Hmm? The mood is different. Bhakti is there. The Dwarka Bhakti also pure only, but the mood is a bit different. So the Mahaprabhu's Siksha, Mahaprabhu's teachings, we should get into Braj Bhakti. Braj Bhakti is topmost now. We should get into Braj Bhakti. And Krishna is fulfilling everyone's desires. But Krishna also has desires. Who fulfill his desires? Brajvasis. Kevala Bhakti is what? Fulfilling Krishna's desire. See, since eternity we have been fulfilling our desires from Krishna, is it not? We have been praying, crying, begging, whatever. We have been swearing to God and we have been asking from God. And now is an opportunity coming under Mahaprabhu's radar, under his teachings, that we understand the desire of Mahaprabhu, understand the desire of Krishna and fulfill that desire. So this Radha Dasyam we can attain in this life. Krishna will be so pleased. So here Sanjay, he's glorifying us. No, he's sharing his. How can one shy away? Sanjay is sharing his experiences of seeing this from Kurukshetra live on telly, na? Broadcast live on 56-inch telly in the seminar room where Sanjay and Dhritarashtra are there. Live broadcast, BBC live broadcast from Kurukshetra. And now Sanjay is giving his commentary, his heart, his appreciation, his response. And look, what is Sanjay saying? He's saying this, na? Like Roma harsha jayate, like my this hair standing on end. But this hair standing on end is so wonderful. Is that message that my hair is standing on end? So this is out of joy, goosebumps, and this out of joy. Arjuna's hair was standing on end at the very beginning, but they were out of fear, completely fear. Now hair standing on end, but out of confidence, out of joy, out of a desire. Yes, I want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. Likewise, Sanjay also, when Arjuna was low, Sanjay was also low. His hairs were also standing on end then, and now also. But now, this is na Swadu Swadu Pade Pade. I don't know how can we move forward from this shloka. This wondrous and holy dialogue between Krishna and Arjun. I take pleasure being thrilled at every moment. Yeah, I take pleasure being thrilled at every moment. This Sanjay is experiencing. Should our experience be any different from Sanjay's experience? This is a question. Now, such questions can be a bit direct, can be a bit hurting, or can be a bit like sound a bit weird, na? That okay, that is Sanjay, that is Arjun. Why are you putting yourself in that category? Uh, Baba, if we do not put ourselves in that category, then we are not doing a good favor to Arjun. Looks Andy Murray is a British lawn tennis player, na? Wimbledon champion from Scotland. Now, what would he expect that many young boys, girls become like me? They beat my record. They do even better. Would he not expect this? Huh? So what would Arjuna expect? That okay, you have even a glorious experience from Bhagavad Gita than what I had with Krishna. So Sanjay, Arjun, they are wanting us. I take pleasure being thrilled at every moment. Now studying Bhagavad Gita, if we have to again say, once we did 78 last sloka, 78 number, and if we have to start again, should we be ready for it or not? This is a question. Say, what do you say, Rinas? Huh? Should we be ready to do again from chapter 1, text 1? Should we be even more excited? Yes, we'll read again. Yes, we'll study again. Sanjay is saying, Arjun,
Yeah,
what do you say, Rinas?
I think we definitely should go again. So, just kind of well, we personally, I personally
Wonder.
should go again.
See, it is not a wonder. So many, na? Those who are of somewhat Vedic faith also have got copies of Bhagavad Gita, but may not have read cover to cover. May have read also, but again, casual, ordinary. But here, being thrilled at every moment, it is to be read again and again, over and over again. So this is love. This is joy. Swadu Swadu Pade Pade. Bhagavatam says this. Hmm, that every step there's so much of relish in Srimad Bhagavatam in Krishna consciousness. This should be our experience that if we have to read again, yes, we look for. So it's not like, okay, well, yes, one achievement, one job done. Yeah, I get a certificate now, yes. I received a certificate in the year 2023. I've completed Bhagavad Gita. I've studied Bhagavad Gita. Oh, one thing over, one thing done. Or one thing tick mark, one more achievement. No, these thoughts may come in our mind. There is a chance, why not? Such thoughts may come in our mind. Yes, we managed to do Bhagavad Gita one more time, cover to cover of it. But we should not, we should be very careful. Any such thoughts entering in our mind, Krishna sneaking out of our consciousness. Do we want that? To Krishna sneak out of our consciousness? Any such thoughts coming in our mind, then Krishna will sneak out of our consciousness. Uh, So we don't. So we should not, we should be ever ready. This is a Sanjay experiencing. Okay, Renas, read the another shloka, maybe the last for today, the next one, huh? तच्च संसृत्य संसृत्य रूपमति अद्भुतं हरे विस्मयो मे महान् राजन् हृष्यामि च पुनः पुनः.
Um, O king, as I remember the wonderful full form of Lord Krishna, I'm struck with wonder more and more, and I rejoice again and again. Perfect. It appears that Sanjaya, also by the grace of Vyasa, could see the universal form Krishna exhibited to Arjuna. It is of course said that Lord Krishna had never exhibited such a form. It was exhibited to Arjuna only, yet some great devotee could also see the universal form of Krishna when it was shown to Arjuna, and Vyasa was one of them. He is one of the great devotees of the Lord, and he is considered to be a powerful incarnation of Krishna. Vyasa disclosed this his disciple Sanjaya, who remembered that wonderful form of Krishna exhibited to Arjuna and enjoyed it repeatedly. Translation. O king, as I remember the wonderful form of Lord Krishna, I'm struck with wonder more and more, and I rejoice again and again.
Haribol. Hmm? Now, what does spirituality mean? We see, no? Spirituality means something of the spirit. No? Spirit means energy, everlasting, eternal, no conflict and all. Huh? Pure. Huh? Now, meditation, spirituality, call it meditation and all. What can be seen as spirituality? As something I do and it makes me happy. I do it again, it makes me happy. I do it again, it makes me happy. I do it again, it makes me more happy then. And it makes me more happy, more happy. So if we can find something in life which I do and it makes me even more happier, it makes me more happy, it makes me happy. So much to the point that I have no complaint in life of whatever else is happening. That is spirituality, that is Krishna consciousness. Sports person, yes, it makes me more happy. And what? It makes my heart soft. It frees me from the fear of death. It frees me from competitive mentality. It frees me from pride, lust, anger, envy. It frees me from whatever else up and down upheavals going in my life. It gives me calm. I am calm. And I look forward to playing sports again. I look forward to listening songs again. So then, yes. mm, And this is Bhagavad Gita. This is what it does. It can do. And furthermore, it will free us from the mundaneness of this world, the upheavals of this world, up and down, the ordinariness of this world, altogether. The more we read, the more joy we'll experience. Now, if we can find something in life, the more we do, the more happy we become, then that is spirituality. So, two things now, the more we do, the more happy we become. And simultaneously, whatever else happening in life, war, no war, crime, drought, financial problem and all, it doesn't affect me. That is what now Sanjay and Arjuna experiencing. Now we'll try to see a bit more. Time is always on, not on our side. Time is not always on our side actually. Uh, so now see this again. Sanjay not missing this opportunity. Now, O King, as I repeatedly recall this wondrous and holy dialogue, I take pleasure being thrilled at every moment. As I remember the wonderful form of Krishna, I am struck with wonder more and more. I rejoice again and again. In Srimad Bhagavatam, okay, Reena, just share this. We'll try to see tomorrow as well. Srimad Bhagavatam 1119. Beautiful. Why am 1119, Srimad Bhagavatam? chapter 1, text 1, Canto 1, chapter 1, text 19, 19. Vayam tu na vitrapyama. Vayam tu na vitrapyama uttama shloka vikrame. Yashrinvatan rasam jnanam swadu swadu pade pade. Beautiful. Vayam tu na vitrapyama. Vitrapyama. That I'm not saturated. Uttama shloka vikrame. Uttama shloka, another name for Krishna. Na? Uttama shloka. Who is beyond the tamas, who is beyond ignorance, who is beyond the modes, who is transcendental, and who is glorified by transcendental literature or poetry. Uttama shloka. Vikrame. Vikrame means who's chivalrous, adventurous activities. Uh, Uttama shloka vikrame. Yat shranvatam rasa jnanam. When we hear shranvatam, na, by hearing, regular hearing, continuous good attentive hearing, rasa jnanam, this rasda, nectarian knowledge of Krishna consciousness. What happens? Swadu swadu pade pade. Relishing at every step. And material world is what? Vipda at every step, danger at every step. And this dialogue of Krishna consciousness is what? Relishing at every step. Okay, so Pip can just read translation.
We never tire of hearing the transcendental pastimes of the personality of Godhead, who is glorified by hymns and prayers. Those who have developed a taste for transcendental relationships with him relish hearing of his pastimes at every moment.
This is Krishna consciousness, na? We never become bored of it. Uh, and in societal sense, whatever relationships, money and all, have its limit, has its limit. But here no, swadu swadu pade pade. So now scriptures are there, they don't lie and they are open, they are telling us. Now it is up to us, do we want? So I practice Krishna consciousness and I want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Okay, any thoughts, questions, comments, or addition, or yes, bro?
In the mood. You told about developing the mood. So developing the mood means you have to train your mind to develop that mood. No? And if that mind is so conditioned to just function or to look at certain things only, then how you can conquer over it and develop that mood? Or
A very nice question. Very nice question. Na? Practical. So developing a mood. Na? Now developing a mood means what? Training our mind so that we train our mind to develop this mood. And but our mind is so conditioned. We are so subconscious mind, conscious mind, such impressions, and we are deep rootedly conditioned, heavily conditioned. We follow the mind. So how can we train our mind so conditioned and how can we develop the mood, right? So we are helpless, right? So it is acknowledging this helplessness. Developing a mood cannot be through mind. Mind means what? Again, calculation. Mood cannot be developed. Bhav grahi Janardhan, na? So bhav can never come about with calculations, na? No. Ainandatanuja kinkaram. Kinkaram, na? Kinkaram means what? I'm your servant. Hmm? That whatever you desire. This is the Arjuna saying, na? Karisya vachanam tava. That yes, Kinkar. Which is a joy to be called as a Dasi of Krishna. So in Shishtastkam we see na Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patita Mam Vishame Bhavam Bado. Kripaya Tava Pad Pankaja Sita Dhuli Sadishram Navichintaya. Now Kripa is asked for. uh, So this is not something mental imposition. Mind controlling the mind, its limitations. Now, how much can it go? Can a controlled mind give us Krishna? No. Controlled mind, can a controlled mind help us capture Krishna? Controlled mind will help us not go into sin, not violate dharma, not become a dharmic. Controlled mind means what? Regulated, na? Disciplined, controlled. Okay. Sadhana bhakti has its, that's only na controlled mind. Raganuga Bhakti, what do Brajvasis pray? Krishna, take away our mind, or what have you given is in this mind now? That our mind is so consumed by you, we cannot focus. We cannot focus in our household duties. We burn chapatis daily, Krishna. We cannot focus in our household duties. So this is not by control. Again, advancement is not by mind control. Although the beginning of yoga is control mind and senses. Why? Because we are so pashuvat, we are so animalistic, so unregulated, so deeply conditioned. So it is to, the greatness in Krishna consciousness is when one realizes his bottomness. So it is to realize our utter bottomness, our utter helplessness state. That can be our greatness. And in that state, what can one do? One knows, okay, I cannot control my mind. How much I control, I fall back again. Again, वही घोड़ा वही मैदान ना, again the same thing and all. So then one cry. And one cannot cry also unless and until one appreciates devotee association. So something has to be done on our part, develop a desire, develop a vision. We have to emulate, we have to see someone as advanced, as transcendental, as someone who has developed a vision. And that much blessing. Now Arjuna fought not for his own sake, na? He was throughout fighting for the mercy of Krishna. How blessed have I been made? How undeserving. And how to, in this attitude of gratitude, na, he fought. That is humility. That's seeing others as above, na? So the mood definitely has to be built. Without building a mood, we cannot become a pure devotee of Krishna. Krishna doesn't impose himself on us. He doesn't impose pure devotional service on us. No. Uh, So it cannot be by good mind control. Mind control helps sadhana, okay, a bit regulated and all, but we have to go beyond the sadhana, calculating oriented sadhana. Na? So that comes with mercy, that comes with praying. Na? So Sishtastkam, na? Before going into the bhav of Sishtastkam, especially Shloka 7, Shloka 8, this fifth is very critical, fifth one. In order to go into 7, 8, 6, 7, 8, fifth is very critical. Ainanda Tanuja Kinkaram Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Bado. So do I really feel that I'm so helpless, I'm so stuck? Patitam Mam Vishame Bhavam Buddha. Yeah? This material existence, ocean, Ambud of material existence, Bhav Sagar. I'm fallen. I'm fallen in a well. So many analogies Shastras give, na? In a well, in an ocean. Now, in an ocean, how much mind control can one have? How much sense control can one do? Mind control, sense control means one's effort. And Krishna consciousness cannot be attained, or advancement cannot be done by one's effort. And, our advancement is the blessing, the mercy of devotees. And that for that we have to pray. We have to pray very hard. We have to pray fervently. We have to pray to Mahaprabhu. It is not that in our sadhana we are always falling, liking and all ups and downs, na? So make hay while the sun shine. So ups and downs are there. So when we are in up, we have to pray. That, that blessing is what this devotee association. When we pray to Mahaprabhu, na, that I've been so blessed with good devotee association and downtime also. that the Mahaprabhu, you have blessed me with such good devotee association. Somehow or other, I have to come across to know you. Now, Mahaprabhu, take me all the way through, which can happen by your causeless mercy, by your good devotee association. Take me all the way through, na? So this prayer has to be called out. This thing. This is how we build up the mood. Not by not just by good hearing, japa and all, but it is to help us what to sadhu sangha, to appreciate and to take proper sadhu sangha. So that ways we develop that mood. And that is what is meant by mood. Na? Mood is something, not a process driven thing. Bhakti is something, not a process driven thing. We are so stuck with our academics, we are so stuck with our mundane ways, we are so stuck with self obsession, right, wrong, I be good, all these things. And Bhakti is completely aloof of all of this, transcendental. Na? Look at the realization Sanjay and Arjuna are having. We should be having exactly same, no less, even more. We should pray for that. And that mood doesn't come about just by good mind control. That comes with special mercy. Mercy is anyway special. Just if we pray fervently, if we want to desire to become a pure devotee of Krishna, na? So if we take good association, we can see ourselves. Does that answer? Okay. So thank you very much for your kind participation and encouragement. We'll continue tomorrow. Although I felt like we rushed these 3-4 slokas today, we might study a bit more these experiences of Sanjay and struck with wonder, thrill at every moment. Uh, Now, so many this reality shows, propaganda and all, na? Thrill and all, but thrill at every moment. Uh, So yes, I practice Krishna consciousness and I desire, I want to become a pure devotee of Krishna. This should be our only focus, our only priority. If this becomes our priority, then Krishna won't be far off. We cannot afford Krishna to sneak out of our consciousness. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Yes, you can check on the recording. Hare Krishna.